we're back in.
Alright, back in.
Yay. So there've been a few things that happened since last time. Completed all the side ops. So those are up to date as of right now. The missions I did, those two got S ranks on my first try actually, which is not bad. So those are done. Redid some old missions because there were some certain things that I just was not getting as far as blueprints and specialists. I really want that zoologist too. But that's okay. We'll deal with that another time. Hopefully it's not mission specific and I'll get another zoologist. Because I feel like you can just find these guys in regular missions and out there in the wild too. But for right now...
Mission accepted. Heading to Afghanistan.
I've also done some upgrades of certain items. So there is that too. Also messed around with a few toys. That's cool. Killer Bee does not do a lot of damage. And I have no idea how these warheads work. Because I don't understand how stun does anything. We're gonna switch off. Your head is in the way. You silly boy. We're gonna go back to rocket arm because that's objectively better.
Deploying.
Be careful. Don't hurt yourself.
Going. I just built a plane.
You did. You did build a plane. Other things. So, went back to Mother Base a few times, triggered a few cutscenes. One was Code Talker warning me about Miller for whatever reason, or telling me to keep an eye on him. The other one was one of the kids died because one of the pipes fell. Eli is being a shit. We stopped him from being a shit, and all that sort of stuff. Also, there was that one time Quiet went into the chlorine to rescue the one kid's necklace. Not particularly a big deal.
Find and extract the missing CIA agent. The target was laying low with the friendly Mujahideen during the vocal cord parasites incident. The man headed back to
You okay,
OKB-0
anybody?
after the Soviets recaptured it. Check the target's VI on your iDroid.
So yes, I've upgraded a lot. I've done some FOB missions. My bases are almost completed. You got the hiccups? Oh.
Everyone avoid.
Also, I've got these now. I don't know if I had these last time or not, but yeah, I've got the warp hole.
I just built a plane.
You did.
Please select a deployment point.
You're taking it apart now?
I am taking it off now.
Okay.
Buddy has infiltrated the map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Ooh, cashmere goats.
Enemy presence detected. Clouds approaching.
Hiccup again.
You did?
Yeah. Build it again.
The map has been updated.
Понял. Возможно, это вражеское нападение. Всем быть начеку. Конец связи.
Why are these bases here?
Well,
Enemy presence detected. The map has been analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Fire!
look at this. Look at that.
Fire!
Good job.
Did I build an airplane again?
Talk. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Oh,
So there are some prisoners.
You gotta extract him. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Now the good news about this particular base is that it's pretty open.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Storm approaching.
You got the hiccups?
Всем боевым группам СКП. Вышел из строя целый ряд ламп. Похоже на проблемы с электроэнергией. Даже проверить, кстати.
Analysis complete.
Okay, subject is in.
that's a good idea.
Did I already get their specialist? Is that the deal? Probably. He's like, the specialist is here, and then it's like, it's me. Oh.
What did I do?
Clouds approaching.
Ooh. What is that? What'd you build?
I just hiccup.
You got the hiccups?
Analysis complete.
You gonna extract him?
Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Extraction arrived at Metapose.
Nice. Good job.
I did a good job.
You did a good job. Yep. You did. Yes.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been. Please select a deployment point.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
You have arrived at your destination. Analysis complete.
You gonna extract him?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Oh,
Enemy
dear.
presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
That takes care of the squad searching for the target. Now you just need to extract him.
Okay. Some free walkers.
Mission
Nice work.
has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
your friends?
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete.
Spit it out. Where are the others?
The map has been updated. Sun will rise momentarily.
Okay.
You gonna extract him?
Please select a mission.
2, 3. Okay, it wants me to exfiltrate, but
Please select a deployment point. Buddy has infiltrated an enemy presence detected. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Please select a mission.
Blah.
Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. The map has been updated.
Good job, Quiet. She's just going to
Enemy
town.
presence analysis complete. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Hello.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. You gonna extract him?
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
A rocket control specialist? Yes, please. Go, boyo.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
I'm worried about what the other ones were as far as objectives, but it doesn't really matter. I think I could just leave and probably still get the S rank. Although, watch it be something like super important. I love that easy exfil.
Arrived at Mother Base.
Like, that is probably my favorite thing. It's just like, Fulton out!
Development project has been added.
Rocket arm, blast arm, yeah.
Amazing. Mission complete. That right there is why you're the best, boss. The one and only.
Mm-hmm.
You won.
I did.
Boss, the target filled us in on what's been going on. He betrayed the Soviets, passing information to Langley, but got scared after learning XOF used the vocal cord parasites. Then came feelings of guilt that his leaks sent comrades to their deaths, and fear that America might deploy such a weapon itself. But in reality, XOF and Langley don't have a collaborative relationship, and Skullface was not working for America. Still, I can't blame the man for being afraid. After laying low with the Mujahideen, he tried to cut his ties with the US and return to the Soviet military. But along the way, someone came after him, and he was forced back into hiding. Could have been remnants of XOF looking to silence him. And you know the rest. He doesn't seem to know much about the parasites, but nevertheless, it'd be too dangerous to hand him over to Langley or the Soviets. We'll keep him here as originally planned.
Oh my goodness. The hamburgers of Kazuhira Miller. There we go. That's the tape we wanted. Sweet. Battle Gear's done.
Good. He captured it alive.
Rocket control specialist. Good lord. I guess I already had an electromagnetic net specialist. I didn't know that. Again, it's hard to keep track. There's so many specialists. And it's weird. The prisoners are usually the ones that have these like super skills.
On that battle gear of his. Get back to Mother Base.
On the way. Let's look at the battle gear, huh? Yeah. And then hopefully do that deployment mission and get that done. It might be the last one, actually, because it requires the battle gear of all things. Huey really is such a tool, though. Don't get me wrong, he's super smart, but he's an ass.
Reinforcements approaching.
The Battle Gear is an armored weapon developed to take on hostile bipedal weapon systems. But unlike the Soviet-funded Walker Gear, the Battle Gear still hasn't been properly field tested. I'd like to assign a combat unit to take it on dispatch missions, so that we can evaluate its capabilities and reliability. Assuming you got no objections, give the order to dispatch the unit from your iDroid.
You better believe I will.
Boss, we need evidence to prove our suspicions about Emmerich. Head to the central base camp in Afghanistan and recover that AI pod. It's time we purge Diamond Dogs of that traitorous parasite once and for all.
Mm-hmm. I'm almost done with the walker. Oh damn, those upgraded to A ranks? Nice.
Please specify a project.
That one requires GMP. And actually, I'm gonna do this. I know it's dumb, but we're gonna do it anyway. Just so I can get these done.
Has been added. Please specify a project.
And I don't really use precious metal for much of anything, so that's fine. I think that's the helicopter fully upgraded. I think. Which I'd be more than happy with.
Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please specify a project.
Expensive. Okay. So yeah, my development is pretty much locked down to those. But that's fine. Where is that noise suppression specialist? I feel like I should have had it at this point, but maybe it's not until like way late.
Please specify a project.
Still got a good chunk of pocket change, which is fine. These are really close. I did just use all my precious metal, but I get that back like super quick. That one requires herbs. I don't know where I'm gonna find all that Haoma. And then we're gonna listen to Burger
Please
talk.
select a mission.
Oh boy. Do it.
Unit dispatched.
Might as well. Prisoner extraction. Please only be one. Extract the AI pod. That's a side mission?
Please select a mission.
Oh, I guess it is. Alright. Just to kill some time, we're going to listen to some tapes.
Please the landing zone.
Roger.
Welcome back, boss.
No, thank you.
Arriving shortly at LZ.
It's like, as long as I'm here anyway, might as well get the shower done. She got here hella quick from the medical bay. It's like way on the other side of Mother Base. Like, look, this is R&D. She had to come from all the way over here. There's Sahelanthropus. Although if you were paying attention when it did the chapter change, you'll know exactly what happens with that. But that's okay. Alright, so.
Boss, we need evidence to prove our suspicions about Emmerich. Head to the central base camp in Afghanistan and recover that AI pod. It's time we purge Diamond Dogs of that traitorous parasite once and for all.
Let's go ahead and listen to this.
You mentioned that the man on fire was crushed under Sahelanthropus in its hangar.
Yeah. He was caught under the wheels of its transport platform.
But his body wasn't found.
What?
We searched the area the moment we arrived, but there was no trace of him.
I wasn't hallucinating.
I know. I trust you on that. That means someone must have taken the body. But when I got there, everything was still as it was. Even Skullface hadn't been touched. I can't see a reason to sneak into a place like that and drag out the biggest, heaviest guy there.
What are you getting at?
Only option left is he got up and walked away.
That platform ran him over.
Just ran him over.
You're saying that's not enough?
I don't want to believe it, but maybe not. He shrugs off bullets, even rocket strikes. There's no reason to think that would finish him. It seems ridiculous, but I'll start gathering eyewitness accounts just in case.
If you dig up anything concrete, I want to know.
You'll be the first, if I dig anything up. But I hope to hell I don't.
No kidding.
Alright, let's get down to hamburgers. This is the important conversation here.
I have spoken enough. Your men can take it from here. Will you permit me to rest? Have something to eat?
I thought you don't eat.
I can subsist without food. But there is more to the act of eating than nourishment. We receive nature's blessings and reaffirm our part in it. And in doing so, we express our gratitude.
Sorry, it's, hearing you say you don't need to eat and that you're part of nature in the same breath. Anyway, what can we get you? Not exactly a 5-star restaurant, but the kitchen's used to serving a lot of different appetites.
Hamburgers.
Hamburgers?
Even we Dinne have become Americanized.
Mm-hmm.
I eat them often back home.
And you just can't let them go.
Well, as far as symbols of the American Empire go, hamburgers are pretty good. The victory of capitalism. Your people suffered so much at the hands of America, and you asked for hamburgers.
We have suffered more than you can know. But I do not see hamburgers as an accomplice. A single dish, providing a balanced helping of nature's blessings. Meat, grain, and vegetable.
This is why I like
How could
Code Talker.
anyone hate
He's great.
such a magnificent thing?
Says the guy who can survive on photosynthesis. Balance has nothing to do with it. You just like a good burger.
That is also true. Be warned, though. I have very high standards.
Don't worry. I do too. All right then. One good old-fashioned all-American icon coming up.
I look forward to it.
Hewitt's dug up some interesting facts about our skull-faced friend. 9 years ago, he was exiled to South Africa, stripped of political power. The upshot's that he ceased being a serious threat, in Cypher's eyes anyway. They eased up on surveillance, giving him an opening to establish his own military unit, one that answered to his will alone. Those men likely had no idea their orders were coming from Skullface. They probably didn't even know the organization was a part of Cypher at all. Anyway, it was in South Africa where he found renewed interest in parasites. And when he discovered the vocal cord parasites, he began to make his plan. Wipe the English language out of existence. Free the world, not by taking men's lives, but by taking their tongues. In his eyes, the greatest symbiotic parasite the world's ever known isn't microbial. It's linguistic. Words are what keeps civilization, our world, alive.
There was something Skullface said. America is made up of many peoples, but those peoples never mix. Quite so. One nation, home to hundreds of different ethnic groups, many of whom stick to their respective living areas.
Yeah.
Little colonies, not interacting with other groups, going out of their way to avoid one another. Their land, organizations, relationships. Thus, the United States of America is no melting pot. It is more of a salad bowl. It is not made up from one people, but for its minorities to function in society, a common ground is needed. Language. Even if the country is not one. No, because it's not one. A lingua franca is necessary. English. American hegemonism was born from the illusion that English could unite diverse ethnicities. In taking in people from around the globe, America became a microcosm of it. Now the boundaries between it and the rest of the world have become blurred. However different our neighbors may be, English enables us to create symbiotic relationships with each other. If English can bring unacquainted neighbors together in America, this should hold true for the world.
Rain
This
approaching.
salad bowl that is the world can also become one.
This is yellow cake that Cypher was having the PFs transport. Before we met you, the boss recovered it from a truck crossing the savannah. Are there metallic archaea inside it?
Yes, the archaea metabolize uranium-235 to subsist.
You have to go potty?
They must be stored inside yellow cake, or they cannot survive.
So those biological traces we took for impurities were actually the real cargo.
Of course, they are deactivated, so they do not trigger a sudden enrichment. They are like baker's
You're
yeast.
silly.
Yet, they do gradually enrich the uranium as they feed. I imagine you detected weapons-grade traces.
Yeah, we did. And the malachite that was loaded on the truck had traces of uranium in it, too. So that's the flower, huh? Skullface was gonna sell do-it-yourself nuke kits. The uranium-enriching Archaea complete with the user's manual. And the ores with the uranium could be sourced by the client or provided by Cypher.
Even the trace amounts buried in common ores can be enriched to weapons-grade uranium by the metallic Archaea. Proving that must have been the most important factor of the trials. That and the ability to successfully prevent detonation.
So if the amounts of uranium in the ores are low enough, they can get past any inspection. And you only need a tiny amount of the Archaea to act as the yeast. No great challenge to smuggle that either. The first step towards saturating the world with nukes.
His plan. That was not my intention. My only goal in developing the metallic Archaea was to save the Dene.
What made you think a tool for creating undetectable nuclear weapons would save your people?
After 70 years, the Dene reclaimed the Navajo Nation from which we were banished. We bore all the hardships of poverty, but we were proud to live off the land we called our own. But in the moment the atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima, everything changed.
I don't get it.
The nuclear arms race between the US and the Soviet Union began with the end of the Second World War.
Yep.
Suddenly, there was a massive demand for uranium.
Guess where that was?
It was our ill fortune that the ground beneath the Navajo Nation was rich with uranium ore. The Black Ana government set up mine after mine, and many of the Dene worked them, never informed of any danger.
And how would they know?
They went to work with no protection. The slag was simply piled out in the open. When rain fell, uranium traces left behind would seep out, and when the ground dried, it was blown about as dust. Land and water were contaminated, irradiated. Many of us became sick and died. That pain lives on to this day.
I had no idea.
Wanting more than anything to revive the land my forebears left to me, I was delighted upon discovering microbes that eat uranium. If they could be domesticated, I believed we could rid our land
Ah,
of uranium.
yeah, the metallic
We're
Archaea.
successful.
No. The research called for funding on a colossal scale. But nobody was willing to invest with no prospect of a return.
And that's when Skullface showed up.
Correct. I can save you and your people. We share the same will. That is what he said to me. And I believed him. Black Ana forced me to abandon my uranium cleanup work and focus on nuclear weapons. And he held all the Dene hostage. Today, the uranium mines within the reservation are finally closing down. It is simply less expensive now to source uranium overseas.
New victims, different places.
But uranium is a tactical resource. To rely on a foreign country for it is a difficult decision to make. And he was in the perfect place to influence that decision.
He
Oh,
could
yeah.
have condemned your people to the mines forever.
The contamination comes not only from uranium. The fallout from the Nevada nuclear tests also settled on our lands. As if our fortune were not already bad enough, we are also downwinders. To save the Dene, I must complete my original research. The one that covers the lives on the surface of the skull's bodies is what gives them their power. Similar to my children, who live in my skin. I modified the parasites I isolated from the body of that old man, differentiating them with various abilities.
Whoa.
One that can blend perfectly into its surroundings by exposing the pigments in its cells at will. Another that, by harboring multiple species of metallic archaea, can oxidize and reduce metal. Isolating the one that covers and transplanting it into an artificial medium should provide the same abilities as the skulls, but they can only subsist within a human body. Once transplanted into the medium, they will eventually die. Another thing, the weakness of the one that covers is desiccation. Their surface moisture loss is greater than ours. The reason they give off mist is to alleviate this by releasing the salts inside them as microparticles. Water vapor condenses around them, appearing as mist. But this dries out the atmosphere until they cannot even produce mist. And once their supply of water from the host runs out, the parasites are in danger. They, along with their host, enter a form of suspended animation. However, a similar effect occurs if they come into contact with a large amount of water. Rain, for instance. The one that covers will temporarily abandon other processes in its eagerness to absorb the water. Petit Holone. Make the weather your ally.
So wait. Control the weather and make it rain? Alright, so let's take a look at these side ops again. So, prisoner extraction in Afghanistan, and eliminate wandering puppets, and extract the AI pod. Okay. So let's start with prisoner extraction.
Please select a landing zone.
Why is it at OKB0?
Heading to
Why at
Afghanistan.
OKB0?
Deploying.
Like, if you're gonna give me a drop-off point, put it near there. Like, I know there's a landing spot right outside of that area. I've seen it. I feel bad for Africa. Like, a lot of it just doesn't have anything to do with that location. It was informative, sure, but it doesn't actually, like, nothing happens there. It's just a workforce camp.
Ego.
Back to Afghanistan.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched.
Be careful down there, boss.
Got that herb.
Please select a deployment point.
No? Be careful.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Buddy has infiltrated out. The map has been updated.
Ты слышал истории о человеке с одним глазом?
Ага. Что много вложил в наших ребят. Душман?
Нет. Но я слышал, что его прислали американские империалисты в поддержку душмана. Кто-то из выживших рассказывал,
Analysis
что у него на голове
complete.
рог, что он сражается как одержимый демоном.
Богатый мужик. Да он мне даже не паниковал, сел с катушек. Что за...
But I haven't been killing any of your guys. At least, not actively.
Будете проверить, за мной! Понял.
Good, they're pretty oblivious. I like that. This is like the sixth time I've been here.
Mother Base.
Quiet, where's my intel, girl?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Boss, get down. The enemy's sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Got him. Real shame what happened there, real shame. You picking up your blocks? Good job. Good job.
Extraction arrived
Proud of
at
you.
Mother Base.
Proud of you. I am proud of you. I am very proud of you. Mm-hmm.
Please
Good
select
job.
mission.
I'm picking up my
Good job.
Unit dispatched.
I am very proud of you, kiddo.
you proud of me.
I
My block.
I am. She's still investigating? What the hell?
The map has been updated.
Cover me!
What do you?
Nice gun you got there, buddy.
Where are your friends?
The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
You're coming with me.
You gotta extract him.
He been knocked the fuck out.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Analysis complete.
Oh my goodness.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Side ops list updated.
Okay, subject is in.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Marker placed. Marker placed.
Yeah, those are quite a ways away. We're gonna... How did I... Never mind. I don't even care.
Clouds approaching.
Not even worth my time to worry about it. I'll just take all of these since they're just sitting here. There we go.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Good. You captured it alive.
Gerbil.
Jewel?
Gerbil. Gerbil.
Please specify a project. Please specify a project.
You.
Please specify a project.
Really, I'm still locked down? It's a little nuts. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, but still. Did my side ops list update? Did I get a new one? Please tell me not to go back there.
Please select a landing zone. Deploying.
Just what the fire did.
Yep.
Keep going.
Another mission. Another mission. Mm-hmm. He is.
Be careful down there, boss.
We'll be back.
Please select a deployment point.
I have to wonder if this is a real spot in Afghanistan somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's probably not, but still.
The map has been updated.
Seems really involved. Is there only one guy? What's the deal?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Oh, look how. Oh, yeah.
These boys look infected.
The
Begin
map
cover
has been
fire.
updated.
Oh, that's not it. Well,
See if I can draw them outside.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
what it's doing.
Analysis.
That's the target.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
He's coming too.
Analysis
Roger that.
complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Take a nap, please.
He's coming too. Roger that.
I'm proud of you. I am. Proud of you for picking up your blocks. I am.
Subject on board. Leave the rest
Good
to us.
talk.
Analysis complete.
I like how these are all like diplomats. Even though that makes like no
He's
sense.
coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete. Side op completed. Side
Subject
op
on board.
updated.
Leave the rest to us.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Service cross. Hi.
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched.
So I didn't lose anybody, I just failed the mission? Is that the whole thing there? Because I didn't collect anything or anything like that. It's just very weird.
Marker placed.
So if I'm correct, I should be able to use this over here. Got it? Good job.
Hey, did I pick up? Hey, did I pick up my blocks?
You did, kiddo. I'm proud of you.
Please select a delivery point.
You did a good job.
You are
Yes, I'm always proud of you. You did a good job. You have to go potty? You have to go potty? And yes, he's in the potty. Or in the box. You can go potty. I'll be here. He was in the box, yep. Now he's out of the box, yep. I'll see you in a minute. Now this is the part where the game triggers into an actual story mission. I'm going to be very upset.
approaching.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete.
I don't want to know about your specialist.
The map has been updated.
Harassment? No, I really don't want you. You're not worth it. Don't get me wrong, if it's like a super S rank, I might, but not for that. Did you do a good job? You're hungry? You should grab something. That AI's talking in there. What is that? I don't know. I'll use it to extract if I have to. I found the one guy that was over here. That's a red door. That's a red door. That AI is going nuts. Look at all that.
Development complete.
You need more water?
Please
Okay.
specify a project.
Let's go do it while I'm waiting. Where you going? You were fast, but you ain't that fast.
Yeah.
You have a seat? You're in my seat. Can I sit down?
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Development complete. Please specify a project. Please specify a project.
It's weird, because even the simplest gun now takes, like, forever. You got it? I don't really know how to get in there.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
You can never really go wrong with a diplomat.
You gotta extract him.
What am I building? You're building a giraffe? Okay. more guys can be left. See, this is the problem. I don't know if me setting off the alarm stopped me from getting in, or if there's something extra I have to do.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
This S-rank boy, you're coming with me.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
You gotta extract him.
Oh my god.
Caution. Sandstorm. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
You okay? You have to poop? You do? You gonna go potty? Okay.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete.
He's coming too.
I'll just let themselves sort each other out.
Analysis complete.
You gotta extract him.
What? Okay. You know what? That's actually fine.
What happened?
I don't know what happened there. I don't know if all the doors are locked or if I have to wait or what. But the second that alarm went off... Where am I? Oh, fuck me.
Marker placed. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
What is all this?
Enemy
enemy sniper.
detected.
Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
I hate how bad these checkpoints are sometimes. I really do. It causes me physical pain.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Did I go?
Good job. Did you wipe? Need help?
You have arrived at your destination.
Alright. Let's go check.
What check?
You can do that. You can. You're a big boy. You're a big boy. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. You can do it. Mm-hmm.
You love me.
I do love you.
And I love
You love me?
you. You love
You love me? I love you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I do. Super MC Gamers doing Step Mania, huh? The search was called off. Come on.
hello. Hi. Hello. Stop. Oh. Oh.
Again, this is one of those weird things where I'm not sure why this isn't activating.
Please select a deployment point.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, why is the music like this? It should just work. I mean, I guess I could just fold and extract, but I really didn't want to. No. Because that's silly.
Buddy has infiltrated and the map has been updated.
Well, that didn't work. I mean, it doesn't really matter at that point. I can't use the transport locations. You did. I think your car is missing some wheels.
The map has been updated. Enemy prison detected. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Please select a mission.
Стоп! Это кафе. Позаимствовался огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ.
Unit dispatched.
Враг может все еще прятаться поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность. Стоп! Это кафе! Ответьте! Стоп! Ответьте! Стоп! Стоп! Это кафе! Стоп! Прием!
Mm-hmm. You gonna knock it down? Is that what happened?
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Terrain maps, I love you, but still. When they designed this thing, why didn't they put more cracks around? I can't understand that. Like, you can climb up a crack, but anything that's like a ledge or a cliff or anything else that looks similar to it, nope, can't do it. Alright, thanks, game.
Extraction arrived at enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Okay. It did. Oh dear. Something's missing? What's missing? That one goes there.
Enemy presence detected.
You fixed it?
Map has been updated.
Okay. Be careful. You did.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Again, somehow this would still be faster than the box delivery system, which makes no sense. Like, they went back to their normal traversal, and yet I still couldn't do it. Just like, nope, you already messed it up. You can't use it now. It's like, thanks, game. So my only option at that point is to knock everybody out, and then go for it.
Enemy presence detected.
Good job.
The map has been updated. Sun will rise momentarily. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
You did it? Nice. Didn't you just do that? Mm-hmm. See, right now there's no music. But the second I turn off a light or something, it would flip out. So I'm going to check the door again. There's no alerts. You did it?
Analysis complete.
Good job.
Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
See, now the door's unlocked. Makes no sense.
It's almost tragic.
That's absurd.
AI pod launch confirmed. We'll pick it up. I wonder what kind of secrets are buried in it. I'll let you know if we learn something. Got a report from the intel team. Remember how the man on fire was crushed by Sahelanthropus? Well, the Soviets recovered his body. Could he really be dead? Boss, head for Yaha Ohu's supply outpost and secure the man on fire's body. If Skullface was right, and a thirst for revenge can turn a man into a demon and keep the dead alive, then this man on fire who's been coming after us ever since you woke up, well, that just might be what's left of our old friend Volgin.
Please select a mission.
Interesting. Is that a side op or is that a regular op? We're gonna look. Nope, it's a... yeah. It's a side op.
Placed. Weather will clear shortly.
You built a giraffe? Okay, go ahead.
Что ж, что за...
Analysis complete.
See, the problem is with that music going, I can't use anything. You did it?
Development complete. Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please specify a project.
I just knocked my block down.
You did?
I do
do it this way.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Good. You captured it alive.
I just got a draft.
Good job.
Now let's lock my draft down.
Okay, do it.
1, 2, 3.
Whoa! Got a challenge task done. Alright.
I just locked my draft down.
You did.
Please specify a project.
You did it? Okay.
Development project has been added. Development project has been added.
Oh. Well, you can fix it, right? You can fix it, right? I would think so. Alright.
There's something I've been wondering. Why are you called Code Talker? During World War II, the U.S. military used the languages of different tribes, including the Navajo, as codes, right? I know the term Code Talker was used to mean people sent to the battlefield to speak in those codes. Were you one of them?
Our mother tongue was indeed used for war. But I did not go. I was already over the conscription age. However, I was made to help craft the codes that were spoken.
Hmm.
So in a wider sense, you could call me a code talker for that. Navajo is a complex language, and virtually no one outside the U.S. speaks it. They must have thought it was the perfect language to use as a code.
Yeah, in the end, the Japanese never cracked it. The cipher is king in information warfare.
Of course, they didn't simply speak in Navajo. They created substitutions for words according to a code book, and then translated those into our language. Young Diné was sent to the front lines of the Pacific Theater as code talkers. To fight is an honor for the Diné. They were the pride of our people.
Looks fixed.
But I cannot say this history brings me joy. Words are alive. When they are spoken, life is breathed into them. They become a part of the listener. Our words were transformed into lifeless ciphers and used for war. This, after the Black Ana spent generations suppressing the language.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So I guess we shouldn't be calling you Code Talker, huh?
No, I do not mind. The reason Skullface called me Code Talker was because I also am responsible for coding language into the vocal cord parasites. I am the same as those young warriors, used for a cipher's sake. I must never forget that. The name, Code Talker, is a lesson carved into my being.
Okay.
You said Skullface ordered you to weaponize the vocal cord parasites. But you also said he wasn't the reason.
And he wasn't. I was seduced by the parasites. That is a fact.
How? You mean from your curiosity as a scientist?
That I cannot deny. But there is more to it. The story goes back to the 19th century, to my earliest memory. One day, a man from the government visited our Hogan, our home. I cried as he yanked me from my mother's arms and took me away to an Indian boarding school. From that day forward, I became George. This was the name my teacher gave me. I was forced to give up my Diné name. Forbidden speaking anything but English. If we dared utter a word of filthy Navajo, the teacher made us eat a bar of soap.
Yeah, that was the U.S. government's education policy for Native Americans.
To erase our words was like erasing our people. Their education was tantamount to ethnic cleansing. Over time, the overt persecution of our language stopped. But to this day, it continues to be eaten away by the lingua franca, that is English. Many of the Diné outside the reservations can speak nothing else. And it isn't just our language. Across the world, minority languages are being destroyed by dominant languages. Many are on the verge of extinction.
Enter the vocal cord parasites.
Yes, I began thinking that minority languages needed some sort of deterrent against dominant languages. In order that their peoples and cultures would survive. It was then that I came across literature at the Foundation claiming that man acquired language thanks to a type of parasite, one that distinguishes between languages as a precursor to reproduction. If I could just resurrect it, make it more pathogenic, I would have my deterrent against English. But I failed to hide that aim from Skullface. He noticed. Yes, I wanted to retaliate against the English language, though never did I intend to actually use it as he planned. You know how the story ends. I was forced to study how to make the parasites compatible with all the world's languages.
That's the first time I've seen an error in the
However, he in
check.
fact secretly isolated an English strain.
I will not be held prisoner by the man's phantom. The English strain must not be allowed to exist either. A ruler's greatest wealth is not money or land. It is the number of individuals under his control. Subjects who work, consume, are there to be used as pawns in war. For a capitalist ruler, his people's power becomes his power. You are the same. With your diamond dogs, you spin it with your speeches. But what you're doing is bringing as much talent as you can into your little domain. Every person another feather in your cap. Yes. Since ancient times,
You did, huh?
civilization's ruler has had the same idea. When people unite under one will, they become stronger than the sum of their parts. And the one will is the ruler's will. And what do rulers use to bring people together? Language. In the Old Testament, it is written that only one language was spoken in Eden. A shared tongue that united all of humanity. Mankind eventually grew aware of its power and harnessed that strength to build the tower to the heavens. The mighty Tower of Babel. This angered God, who splintered the language of man, and the tower was never completed. Languages emerged, and the earth was divided as men went their separate ways. Every age is the same. A ruler's first order of business, after conquering new land, is to force his tongue on its people. Ancient Rome, Napoleon, and now Zero. English is wreaking havoc around the world right now. The British Empire tilled the land with war as its hoe, then began planting the seed that is English. Eventually, American capitalism became the new instrument. To play its game of wealth, you only had to abide by one rule: English. By exploiting people's desires, English has become a leash that people gladly wear around their necks, it would seem.
Interesting. You did?
Deploying.
Okay.
And I want to lock my drop down.
Do it.
1, 2, 3.
Good job.
I just locked my drop down. It's broken. If my drop fixed are broken.
Broken, huh? See, the stupid part was, I was at this base before, went back to the other base, only to come back to this base so I could get a body. We're gonna go defend.
We do have to go back to vent.
Mm-hmm.
We do have to go back to vent. We have to go back to vent.
Deploying.
Decoying. Oh dear. My drop has to be falling down. My drop has to be falling down. That one goes there. That one goes there. That one goes there.
There's one intruder. Their objective is unclear, but if they make it to the heart of the FOB, they'll capture Stafferman. You've got to make sure that doesn't happen.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
I'm above a drop. Oh, I'm below this drop. Oh. Ow. This in the drop. This me. I'm above the drop. Above. Now I'm below the drop. Now I'm behind. Now I'm
Defense failed. Are you hurt? Try a little harder next time.
Yeah. I figured he was up there, but I couldn't figure out where the hell he was.
Defense failed.
You won. You won the race.
No, I lost. He must have been like sitting right there, but it didn't make any sense.
Boo. Oh dear. That one go there. That one go there. That one go there. That one go.
Oh well. Doesn't really matter. Wasn't my base. Whoever's base that was, they weren't defending it very well. They had one guy.
Enemy presence detected. The map
did.
has been updated.
It's broken?
Please select a
You should probably
deployment
fix it.
point.
I got some money for it, I guess. Not that it mattered, because I sure shit didn't do anything. Like, I should have just stood there, and I know it, but at the same time, I was like, there was no way. There was no way in any possible fashion that I was going to survive that.
Unit dispatched. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Oh dear. Welcome.
Okay, I don't know what's going on with this guy. We'll take him just in case, but still.
Enemy presence detected. Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that.
So objective 1, find the body. And he must have known I was there, like, instantly, because I didn't see him one bit. And then the door opening and closing with only one guy, there's only... Yeah. There's only so much you can do there. It's broken? It's broken?
Where are your friends?
I don't want to know about the soldiers. I want to know where the body is, dang it.
Development complete. Analysis complete.
Oh, alright. I'm taking you.
Development project has been added. Development complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Develop, please specify a project. Development project has been added. Please select please specify a project. Development project has been added.
Did you fix it?
Development
Good job.
project has been added.
I hope it's not broken.
Development project has been added. Development project has been added.
I hope not.
Development project has been added.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting so close. Ooh. Lowers occurrence of sear. Perfect! I do want that. That'd be super cool.
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched.
Again, I'm taking some risk with these, just because, but...
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Какого? Что за...
Do you like to draw trains?
Yes,
You do?
you like to draw train.
Cool. I don't know how I missed that out in the middle of the... just out in the open. Like, I feel like I should have seen that.
Broken again.
Haha! Fulton. Honestly, don't think it would be going that slow. I can't wait for this to get sucked up into the sky. Oh. What? What am I looking at? What? What? Please tell me this is a cutscene battle, and I don't actually have to fight him. Or that I'm hallucinating. Okay, this has got to be a dream. That's the only thing that makes sense. What the hell just happened? You gonna fix it?
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Good. You captured it alive.
I guess I could have called in a rainstorm. It was only a side op, but still. Again, mandatory side ops are something that's just absurd to me, and I love it, but it's really strange.
I recognize you, Colonel. Skullface used your thirst for revenge against Big Boss, did he?
Boss, I've updated the mission list. We've received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid.
Development project has been added.
So this is the quarantine. I got another key item too. This is all very weird. Broken? Yeah? The what? The Fury Corn? Wait a minute, let me take a look at this.
Please specify a project.
So it doesn't envelop its wearer in flames or grant any other abilities. Okay. That sucks. But that's okay. Okay, so I've got new missions. And... game over upon detection by enemy. Total stealth. Footprints of phantoms. That actually requires the tool. Cargo 2. Okay. No, that's fine, actually. I'm just... wow. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to listen to the tapes. We'll do those side missions off screen, the ones that don't really matter for anything, and then we'll come back when I actually want to do the other objective, which is the new one for getting the stuff. So okay, let's listen to the tapes.
Volgan, the GRU colonel, was burned alive with a Shagohod during Operation Snake Eater 20 years ago. Despite suffering severe burns to his entire body, he still clung to life. After you left Seleniarsk, Volgan's body was taken to a research institute in the outskirts of Moscow.
You fixed it?
But modern medicine
Good job.
explained why he was still alive. Not that the colonel was any ordinary man to begin with. That constant electric current he had running through his body that he could unleash at will. To be honest, I was always uncomfortable around him. Thought I might get electrocuted just by standing nearby. The institute studying him was tasked with investigating and developing human paranormal abilities. The comatose Volgin was used to further the Soviet Union's research into such abilities. But not long ago, the facility burned to the ground, and Volgin's body was never found among the rubble, even though the fire started in the room where they were keeping him. This occurred at around the same time you woke up. If Skullface was right, and a thirst for revenge can turn a man into a demon and keep the dead alive, this man on fire who's been coming after us ever since you woke up, well, that just might be what's left of our old friend Volgin. It's not over yet. Back in '64, in Seleniuarsk, you brought his plans for a utopia down in flames. That grudge is what's keeping him alive.
Okay.
The day the research facility holding Volgin burned down, a Soviet jumbo passenger jet happened to crash nearby, far away to the north of that hospital in Cyprus. On board the plane was a young boy who was being studied at the same facility. The plane fell to Earth from over 8,000 feet, but the boy's body was the only one not recovered. At almost exactly the same time as the crash, Volgin awoke in that facility. According to the Research Institute's documents, the gifts this boy demonstrated included psychokinesis and telepathy. To protect his mind from being inundated with other people's thoughts, he always wore a kind of gas mask. A rudimentary form of psychic insulation, apparently. We don't know where this boy is, but if Skullface is connected to him, we may cross paths with him yet. This boy is part of a new age, where nothing we understand about the world makes sense anymore. Don't let your guard down.
So does that mean everybody could just see him? I still don't get that.
So what were they doing at Enzoya Badia, Baloo? That facility with all the people laid out in rows?
The abandoned factory Shabani was held in. It is precisely as you guessed. Black Anna was coding languages into the vocal cord parasites. They infected the subjects with the parasites, then made an incision in the throat to expose the vocal cords. That allowed them to play recordings of a desired language directly to the parasites.
And the parasites learn the languages that way. That's some teaching method. I just don't get how a bunch of bugs had the brain power for it.
They don't. Do not judge them by human standards. They do not learn as a function of intellect.
Then how do they do it?
What language the parasites react to is coded into their genes. You could expose the Japanese strain to English, and it would never learn the language and react to it. The pronunciation, rhythm, and structure are different. But what about, say, Spanish and Portuguese? Linguistically, the two are very close.
Yeah, they're both Ibero-Romance languages.
Even so, a Spanish language mating pair exposed to Portuguese will not copulate. Only when they hear Spanish. Only then. And the majority of their offspring will be the same.
So it's a literal case of a mother tongue.
But if that's so, I don't see how the different strains can be created in the first place.
Right.
Well, among the many thousands of offspring, there may be just a few that react to Portuguese.
You're talking about mutations.
Yep.
Correct. Playing the tapes helps to identify the mutant strains. Those specimens are then isolated and bred with one another. From their children, specimens that react more strongly to Portuguese can again be selected and bred. Repeating this process creates a strain that reacts solely to Portuguese and never to Spanish. Mutation and selection. No different to breeding roses.
So you kept increasing the change over the generations, adapting them to languages from all over the world. Must have taken a hell of a lot of patience.
More like patience. Just how many died for this?
There's something I still don't get. In order to tell which larvae will react to Portuguese, you'd have to let them develop and then see which copulate. That means you'd need tens of thousands of guinea pigs. There's no way you could do that in a facility that small.
For normal selective breeding methods, you would be right. But there is a more effective selection method when training the vocal cord parasites.
Okay.
Go on. It is not only when mating that the parasites listen for language. Shortly before hatching, larvae display markedly increased activity in reaction to particular language. The active eggs can be identified under a black light, so the eggs that react to Portuguese are selectively placed in the throats of subjects. So you see, narrowing down strains that react to the target language is an effective process, though I'm sure that even so, many lost their lives to create the various strains.
Taken against their will into that dungeon.
There are two reasons for playing the tapes for the parasites. One, to isolate the eggs that respond to the target language. And two, to cause the specimens raised from the selected eggs to mate.
I get how the system works. But why do they respond to language before they even hatch? It's not like they can mate from inside an egg.
It is because the larvae learn the language before hatching.
You mentioned that what language the parasites respond to is hard-coded into their genes, and that they don't have the brain power to actually learn a language. But then you say that the larvae at Nzoia Badia Bulu were learning the languages in the egg. Your story doesn't add up.
Your country is home to a unique songbird. The Japanese bush warbler.
Sure, what of it?
What a beautiful call it has. But no bush warbler can sing it perfectly at the start. As chicks, they can barely chirp at all. They must learn from their parents and other adult birds. Only then can they sing properly and attract females. So naturally, there are individual differences in each bird's call. Though they start on the same footing, each bird is influenced by its teachers.
And the parasites are the same?
Like the birds, the parasites have a genetic predisposition towards a particular language. But while in the egg, the larvae's ears are tweaked by listening to the voice of the host. This tweaking ensures that the grown parasites will react better to the host's speech pattern.
Why would they have an ability like that?
Well, there are distinct regional differences within even the same language. Rare is the language that has no unique dialects. Yes, learning the host's speech pattern before hatching attunes the larvae to whatever twist of pronunciation it will encounter. This adaptive ability is what makes them so formidable.
I see. So a language requires selective breeding, but the parasites can learn dialects by themselves.
Of course, having the egg-stage larvae listen to the tapes in the factory was not meant to teach.
Roger.
It was more important to use that trait of theirs to identify the mutated strains. As I mentioned earlier,
Is that really accurate enough to use as a weapon? You could wipe out a neighboring ethnic group by accident if their pronunciation is too close.
what you say is true. In that sense, they are imperfect as ethnic cleansers. But for his purposes, they are good enough. His objective was not to exterminate any one ethnic group, but to render the world's lingua franca, English, inert.
Okay. So, with that being said, I will see you all later. Bye-bye.